Yeah. Kind of does.
No, we have live stream people
probable cause,
that are
or
in
what
our,
do they
in
think?
our publicity too.
Okay.
And I mean, it is just
disorderly conduct is
unbelievable
what
what's
they got me
going
down
on.
as.
The Occupy group knows more about what is actually going
that was
on
while
in
I
our
was
country
in jail, locked up in a solitary confinement.
Do you know what it was?
I mean, they were
No, I have no
absolutely
clue.
irate. We went back to Washington, D.C. because the Occupy movement had an Occupy conference.
Not that you're lying.
Oh, you guys went to that?
We went to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How was it? It was fun?
It was
Yeah, I
wonderful.
don't know
In fact, if you want to live stream some documents that I got, I've got them. I don't know how the lighting is here.
That's from years
but
back, actually.
Congressman Dennis Kucinich, he's from...
I had been working on physical therapy for a really long
Oh,
time.
you got bright light. There you go.
Oh,
there we go.
I thought that was... I mean, I thought we were talking about Roy to this. I didn't... Oh, it is.
He really endorses the Occupy movement. He says because it's really cold back there. Do you want me to flip the page?
Yeah.
So that's part 2 on that. He says, you know, the weather is really bad. You know, if you guys need to go in for a couple of months until the weather gets better, feel free to do that. But don't give up. Keep fighting. What you're doing is right. He says there is so much corruption, the way our economics are being run. The political, because the big thing with the occupiers is get rid of corporate personhood because the corporations are buying the politicians. Do you ever really wonder why, you know, you vote for certain things to happen and they never happen?
Yeah.
Because the politicians don't listen to the people anymore. They listen to the money in their pocket.
I hear it too often.
So they were irate when I could get this. Congress.
No, I mean I hear the story too often.
The Senate,
I'd rather
and
not
our
tell it,
president
but, you know, I don't want to
signed into law.
You know, I mean I understand.
The McCain Amendment, the National Defense
I don't want to go like
Authorization Act.
I already told that.
Have you heard about that? The one that gives the military the right to come into your house, arrest you,
yeah, the
jail indefinitely without a trial. If you're considered to be a threat to America, that's how it's defined. Not that you've blown up a building, not that you've assassinated the president. But if you're considered to be
supposedly it's good for the joints as well, and I've got arthritis, so you know the doctor
we
likes
already
telling
know
people the ones
that we're on that list.
Because I don't like to take
because we
medication at all.
are a threat
So it was hard to talk me into taking pain medicine.
Because we want to see change.
But
we want
the
to see
reason
our
I'm taking the
country
pain medicine is basically to, you know,
not
keep
the
the
way
pain from
it's
distracting me
right
so much because it makes it more difficult. Yeah, I'm trying to.
So we're doing this for you guys and your future. So spread the word. Spread the word. And Occupy, they thought when I don't. Did you guys ever hear this?
Yeah, we used to come when it was.
Did you?
Yeah.
Probably about 2 years.
So I am actually because I'm quite a bit older than Jordan. Those are my kids. They call me mom. But I want to get the people in the big white buildings on our side. Because I do believe that local government is where we need to start. We can't start with Congress. Congress is too far gone. But if we get resolutions and laws and declarations of big cities like New York, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Los Angeles, you know, and they're saying where we're at right now
I got in all the
wrong,
walking I could while I could, you know.
needs to be changed, and this needs to be revoked or whatever, I think it's going to get some attention.
Yeah.
But one little occupier thing, no, we can't do that. We can't do that.
So
I believe in working through city government. I've worked through, I have property in Valley Village. So Paul Krikorian is my councilman. And so I've worked through his office. I've worked through
put it this way. Have you ever voted?
Police liaison.
Okay.
Because
have you ever voted against someone?
I was saying, I got 4 chickens.
Have you ever voted against someone?
3 weeks.
Well, first of all, 2
of them were moving violations. 2 of them were parking violations.
So let me guess, you voted for Obama?
I know for a fact
against someone. It was
that
literally
2 of them were direct.
You never got to experience what most people don't see.
I had one day what happened. I got off the freeway.
Well, against John McCain and Obama, so yeah.
I was making the turn on the police station. I was
Okay, so why didn't you
the guys gathering together for a general assembly. And so I
Ah,
had rolled down my window. My car started acting up.
Well, no, it's like
it was like I had water in the gas or something. I didn't know what was causing it.
Now, either are
not philosophical.
our
I
complaint.
heard on my flashers,
Okay,
right? Because my
imagine
car is kind of,
Let's say, for
moving
example,
and then, it's
this
like
election
sputtering.
comes along, 2012, or
I
any
went
election
by,
in the future.
they were
okay?
kind of like
And
the
you look on the ballot
and I
and you
just
say, hey,
waved, and I said, hi, I just stopped and
I don't
kind
like
of
this
coasted by
Democratic
because my
candidate
car
that's
was
running.
that. And I
But I
know,
absolutely hate
and
the
officers
Republican
tell me
guy.
to do that.
Okay, I don't want to put in the
Followed
Democratic
me.
guy.
Turns out
But
he's
I
on a
want the
motorcycle.
Republican guy out. So
But Garas, I think is
I like the Green Party guy.
I
You know he can't win, so he's not going to keep the Republican guy out.
And then I
Okay.
see white in my
You
rearview
got a
mirror.
Libertarian guy you tolerate
Shoot.
if you got voted
So
in,
I
and an independent guy that you absolutely love.
Yeah, sure.
Now, with all that in mind, what's your best way to vote?
And I say,
I
hi,
vote
officer.
independent.
He says, hello. And I
Vote for the
said, do
independent.
we have a
Yeah.
problem?
That's rare.
And he says, you
Because I
stopped
don't
in the
want to vote
middle
for
of the
Republican.
road.
I just don't want to vote for
And I
Republican.
said,
I don't like Libertarian.
Did you see my
Green
hazard
Party,
lights on?
I understand that.
Yeah.
Even if I like him, I'm
I
going to
said,
vote for
well, I
him.
was having
So what
mechanical
happens
Already in my
difficulties.
So what
ideology.
happens,
well,
if
if you're
happens
having
now is the
mechanical
independent doesn't
difficulties,
win,
we're going to
and
have
the
to have your
Republicans
car
do win.
towed away. So he called.
I know my vote went to a candidate I like, and that's all I care about.
Then he says, can I see
And
your
that is the way it
license
should be.
and your registration?
And that is the way it should be with the election system we have. But the problem is
I
that too
leaned
many
over.
people will vote Republican to keep out
And normally
the
it's kept in my
liberals
glove
that they're scared
compartment
of.
in a Ziploc bag.
And too many people will
So I'm
vote
kind of
Democrat to
digging
keep
around.
out
I
the
said, I know it's
Republican
around here
candidate
somewhere. And
because
so
they
he
see
just
that
kind
he's
of gave
winning
up and went
and
back
they're
to the
terrified of
motorcycle.
him. So
So
we've
I
got
kept
people
looking,
voting
and my
Democrat
husband
because
is
they're scared of
very
Republicans and Republican because they're scared of
organized,
Democrats.
And
And
so
hardly
what he
anybody
did,
actually
I
votes Democrat because they want
he
Democrats
had
and
taken
Republicans
the
because they want
Ziploc bag and
Republicans.
tucked it
That's
inside
what
the
they're
vinyl case
That's
with
a
the
rare
owner's
thing, though.
manual, so I found it.
I did want that
Took
candidate.
out what the
Yeah.
officer wanted.
You know why that happened?
And it helped him.
Because I spent 3 hours telling his Democrat how to get him to beat the odds when he would not run because he knew he couldn't beat the odds.
So I'm just holding out because officers don't like you getting out of
Barack
the car.
Obama's Senate staff
Right?
would not
So he
let me
finally
show my
comes up to the
electoral
car
reforms
and he
because
says,
they
well,
couldn't understand.
I just want to let you know,
So I
I'm
asked
letting you
him,
off the hook.
how
I
would you like
canceled the
your
tow
senator
truck.
to be the next president of the United States? They said, we'd love it, but
However,
he will not
and then
run.
he hands me the ticket.
I said, of course not, because he can't beat the odds, right? They said,
Thank you very
exactly.
much.
He knows he can't beat the odds. I said, how
It
would you
wasn't
like me to
until
tell you
later
how
when
to
I
get him to
actually
beat the
looked at
odds?
that ticket that he actually
You
writes
know,
on the
so
ticket
I spent 3 hours
that I was
telling them
engaged
the
in
math
hand
behind it.
signs. You know
I was
where they
living in
tell you the
Washington, D.C.
violation is
Oh,
it
really?
says
So
that
what
I,
were you doing?
stopped in the middle
Get
of
my
the
electoral
street
reform through.
and after being pulled to the side that I engaged in. Now you tell me, if you were reading a ticket written by a law enforcement officer that said the individual was engaged in hand signs, what would you think? What would you think? You think too?
A little bit more than Libertarian does. Hypothetically.
I've gotten tickets when Occupyminds was here. I used to park my car. In fact, my tent was right where the porta potties were when they were in that corner. My tent was right next to the porta potties.
Absolutely for this.
And I used to load and unload and stuff there for like 5 minutes.
So instead of
Never had
voting
a
for
problem.
the yes, no, or
Never had a
maybe,
problem.
we kind of suggesting.
And one day when
What
I
I'm
was really
saying is
being harassed,
about that. To be able, not yes or no or maybe. To be able to say
my husband
absolutely
had
yes,
dropped me off.
yes,
I called him up and I
no,
said, John,
absolutely
you've
no.
got to come get me. I
So
cannot
they raised
take
that
this
based
harassment.
off